Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about the most hyped makeup products of 2022 and I'm going to tell you whether or not I think they're worth it. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. So I did pull 8 items that I feel like have been so hyped, whether it be on YouTube, mostly on TikTok, and whether or not I actually think they're worth it. So let's just get right into it. The first product that I have seen people raving about this year is from Saie, and this is the Glowy Super Gel, and this is in the shade Star Glow. So this can be used much like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This can be used as a highlight on top of makeup, or it can be used underneath as sort of like a primer situation, and I do think this is really, really nice. So this is a really, really nice product. I hope you can see on the back of my hand the luminosity it gives to the skin. I do think this is really, really nice. I don't so much love it as a highlighter on top of other makeup, but as a base, I do think this is so beautiful. So I do understand the hype behind this one. I have a mini, and quite honestly though, I don't think I would ever need a full size. I don't think I would ever go through a full size. I do recommend this. I do think it's a really great product. The next product that has been absolutely raved about is from Kosas, and this is their Cloud Set Powder. I have the shade Airy. This I 1000% recommend. This is one of my favorites of the year from 2021, I believe. So the only thing is that I've seen a lot of people have this issue, but the glue, they don't really have a lot of glue keeping the pan in the compact. So I do find that this falls out quite easily. My glue has broken as well, so that's why I've got to hold it. I love this powder. This powder is so great if you have dry skin because it is so microfine. I don't normally love baked powders, but this one is so good because it's so fine and it is so light that it just sets the makeup without adding any extra heaviness, without making your makeup cling to dry patches, without enhancing texture. This is just a really, really great powder. I really, really do highly recommend this one, especially if you're like me and you have dry skin. I think you would really enjoy this. Okay, let's talk about a blush that everyone is just always raved about. This is the Dior Rosy Glow Blush, and I have the shade Pink. This is beautiful. I will say this is very, very expensive. It also looks very bright in the pan, but it's actually a lot more wearable than it looks. It actually looks really pretty on the skin. It's just like a bright baby doll pink. It's very, very pretty. I will say, and in a way, I do think this is worth it because it is such a long wearing blush. It blends onto the skin beautifully, but blush is typically one of the first products to fade away. This one really doesn't. This one really, really sticks around. So I do think this is a really high quality blush. I will say that. Do I think the color is anything spectacular? No. I really don't. I think there's a lot of brands that have come out with this type of super bright pink blush for a much lower price point. So while I think the formula of this is amazing, I don't think the color is anything revolutionary or spectacular. And there are some long wearing blushes that I think deserve a little more hype. Think of the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. Those things last forever too, and they have a much bigger shade range. The price point is a lot better. So while I think this is a really beautiful blush, I don't know that it's worth the crazy hype of it constantly being sold out, if that makes sense. So I think it's great. I just don't think it's worth the hype. I really don't. Next is from Makeup Forever, and this is their Artist Color Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine. So this is a multi-use liner. This can be used on eyes, lips. I used it as a lip liner, and I know there is one shade. It could be this one, but I'm not 100% sure. I know Hailey Bieber said she used it, so of course everybody is going nuts for it. I do think this is a really great liner formula. I really, really do. I actually have this one on today, and what I like is that it is a pencil liner, so you get the long wear of a pencil, but it's not super dry and tuggy like a MAC pencil liner. So it does last a really long time. It also really looks nice. The shade Anywhere Caffeine is really a My Lips but better shade, so it gives me that definition without making me look overlined, which is something I don't like. So I do recommend this. I think it's great. I can see why a lot of people love it. I really, really can. Let's go to one I don't like. And this is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Inks. I have the shade Koi, and I love the Maybelline Superstay lip line. I love the crayons that they came out with. I love the matte liquid lipsticks that they came out with. They're very drying, but they are good. They will last you all day long. They look great. This is designed to be a liquid lipstick that has shine to it, and as the day wears on, the shine might disappear, but the color will stay with you. And that's great. But the thing for me that I found is that while the color does indeed last all day, I find that once the shine wears off, it feels sticky. And I don't like that. I do not like my lips to feel sticky. I do not wear sticky lip glosses for that reason, and I just don't like my lips feeling sticky. So I really don't understand why everybody keeps raving about how good these are. I get they're long wearing. I get they have shine. I get they're not as drying as a regular liquid lip. I can agree to all of those things. When the shine wears off, they're sticky, and I hate that. So I do not think these are worth the hype at all. 3 products left. The NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum is also one that got a lot of attention this year, and I do think this is really worth it. So this comes in a cute little pump. I like that you can see how much you've used. I like that it comes in a pump, and I like this concealer a lot. It's definitely a more light to medium coverage. It's definitely got that more serum effect, so it's definitely on the thinner side. It's not going to give super full coverage. It's not going to completely cancel out your under eyes, but it is a really nice concealer for a lighter makeup day, or if you maybe just don't need a lot of concealer. I really do like this. This is very comfortable. It doesn't crease too badly. It doesn't get cakey. It works well with any powder that I put on over top. So I do think this is a really great high quality concealer, and it's a great price point. So this one I do think is worth it. Okay, we have a mascara and a lip product left, so let's go to lips quickly. The Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. This one has had a moment, and I'm actually wearing this today over top of my lipstick, and I'll be honest, I do love this. I am very skeptical because I've heard so many people complain that their applicator is broke. The clicky thing at the end, theirs broke. So I'm very, very skeptical, but I do love this. First of all, I have the shade White Peach. I love how shiny this is. It does have a plumping feel to it, but it feels more cooling, so it's not painful and uncomfortable. I think it makes my lips look a little more full, but anything shiny really does. So I really don't know if it actually does make your lips look that much larger compared to, say, a lip gloss or something like that. I love the color payoff. I love the shade range. I love everything like that. So I really do love these. I'm just a little skeptical about the applicator. Mine hasn't broken yet, but I am concerned that it will. So that one I think is worth it, but I think they need to fix their issue with the applicators because that's not fair. And finally, a mascara that has recently gotten a ton of attention. It's from Tower 28, and this is their Make Waves mascara. This one is absolutely amazing. The only thing I don't like is that this one does have one of those hard rubber bristle wands, so if you get too close to the lash line, it can be a little bit pokey, which I really do hate. But the mascara itself, so good. This is very, very lengthening. My lashes look so long when I wear this. I really do enjoy it. It's a clean formula, so that's even better. I really do think this one is worth it. So of the 8 products we mentioned today, there's only 2 that I don't really think are worth the hype. The Maybelline Vinyl Ink, and the other one, while I love it, I just don't think it's worth the huge price point and the hype to pick it up before it sells out. And that's the Dior Rosy Glow Blush. I think it's beautiful, but I think you can get a similar color from somewhere else for a lot cheaper. And honestly, the Tarte blushes have the same wear time. So that's the only thing. I think these are great. I just think they're a little too steeply priced. These I just don't think are worth it at all. But that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. Let me know down below what you think was a little overly hyped this year, or what you just ended up not liking that everybody else seems to. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. So thank you again so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!